Alright, y'all. It is July... Wait, is it still July? July 29. It is currently 10:31 in the PM. Yes, it is a late start to the day. Please be on battery. Okay, yes. It is a late start to the day. I mean, I was awake earlier, but basically I woke up pretty late. I woke up at like 1:30, and then it was pretty cool. I met one of my former students from when I was a high school teacher. He is moving away, and him and his significant other contacted me and let me know about a week ago that they're moving away. And I was like, I taught both of them, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. You know, they're onto adult life basically. And I wanted to see them before they left, so that was really nice. Just came over and just chatted, just talked about life and caught up with his life basically. So that was really nice, you know. As a teacher, for me, it was always more about, when I wanted to be a teacher, it's because these teachers influenced my life or had an impact on my life in some way. It wasn't because they were like, I was like, oh my gosh, this teacher taught me calculus so good, I integrate so well. That's not what it was about. Like, these teachers some of these teachers had a pretty profound impact on my life and how I think, and helped me out through my life. And that's kind of what I wanted to provide. I wanted to do the same thing back for whoever I could, you know. It's like, it's kind of a way, like, I don't know, full circle-ish. I received help in this way, and I want to be able to do that for somebody as well, you know. So this kind of thing was very nice. It was cool. Like, if you are a teacher and nobody ever contacts you, then I would feel pretty bad about that. I would feel like I didn't do what I wanted to do. So anyways, that was really nice. But because I actually needed to sleep more because I went to sleep so late last night because of the pop-up, I passed out after the meeting until about, I woke up at 8:30. So yeah. And then I had to like make sure I was ready. Also, today is Saturday, which means technically it is Physique update day. So I'm actually pretty hungry right now. There was no great weigh-in right now. Remember, like, I just had that refeed on Wednesday, so that's like pretty bad timing actually, but that's okay. So didn't really weighed in today at like, what, 74 kilos, which is not impressive at all. Like, the weight still hasn't come back down, but it has dropped since having that refeed, so that's encouraging. And then I'm sure if I just sweat a little bit, it's gonna be a lot's gonna come off. But anyways, the look's good. I can see my abs more than I've ever seen them before. So today I will do this back workout, try to get through it, and then do the Physique update at the end. Try to do the posing update, run through my poses, try to do the transitions pretty decent. And I need to stand, I gotta remember, stand in the right place. Don't stand under the shadows where you can't see anything. So, yes. Also, because it should be pretty late and not many people there, I think I will bust out the fancy cam for the workout portion today. The fancy cam. Just right now, I'm not gonna bust out the big ass camera when I'm freaking driving, you know what I'm saying? So, but yes. So, we'll have some good quality footage for you today. Back day, with back thickness day. Oh, I guess. Alright, hold on. This freaking hype music's freaking me out. We need some chill music up in here, you know what I'm saying? It is back thickness day, so we will start off with the pull downs just to warm up, you know, the pull downs for the lats. I don't know, like the cable pullovers basically. Just to warm up. Then go into rack pulls. That's the big heavy compound movement. Traps, upper back, heavy loading, rhomboids. Then we're gonna do a wide grip row of some sort, just to engage more of the traps, rhomboids, upper back. Then I'll do a mid-level row, what I like to describe as the middle of the lat. Who knows? I like to do that. Then we'll do a low row, so that's 4 movements. Wait, that's 5 movements. That's 5. And then a lat pull down, and that's 6. So that's perfect, yeah. Do all those, lat pull down, that's 6. GG's, big back. So yeah, 6 movements today. Going to Legend, by the way, because yes, it's 10:37 Saturday. 24 Hours of Fitness is ironically closed. So Legend it is. Yes, look at the moon. Oh wow, it's almost full. Okay, so hopefully it does not sound like a club in there. We're not going clubbing. We're trying to work out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get a little back bump, and not that kind of back. We're not trying to do that. Okay. So once I get in there and start the workout, then I will switch to the other camera. I hope I did not forget anything. I am the master of forgetting things. Not a good quality. Alright, so I'm actually going to use this camera to speak, but I'll record the exercises with a good camera because I'm using a different I'm using this different lens right here. And the thing is it has to be super far away. So if I were to record speaking and the exercises, I would have to constantly change the lenses every time, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm still trying to work out, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, first exercise here, we're doing the pull downs like I was talking about. I really like when they have the cable crossover, you can use each arm, but they don't have that here, so we're just using this little, you know, we're just using the classic contamination leather grip, but it does feel really good. And 3 sets of this because it's the first exercise, 20 reps first one, and 15 and 15 because it's not as compounded an exercise. And on this exercise, for me, you know, I don't know how other people think about it. I'm just explaining what I like to think about, but I actually imagine kind of getting into a front relax pose. Like when I get to the bottom, I'm basically trying to flex like I would flex for a front relax. That's what I really like about this particular exercise. So starting with this, kind of our warm-up exercise, but also working obviously. And then we're gonna go on to rack pulls for our big main movement of the day. All right, here we are, rack pulls right here. Basically, we're gonna acclimate. So I just did a warm-up set with just the bar, and then we're gonna acclimate up to the main weight, which is theoretically 4 plates and a 10 on each side for 10, I believe, for 2 sets, at least 1 set. We're gonna move our way up slowly, like 1 plate, 2 plates, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, and then terminal, and then the actual sets. But this is like the main movement. The thing is, talking to Brian the other day, it was like, I told Brian, I was like, yeah, this is my first time doing dumbbell press, and since I started, because it just didn't feel strong enough, shoulders getting a little sketchy, and he said, don't stray away from the things that built you what you got, which there's definitely something to that. So whatever you use to get there, I think you should definitely be trying to stick with it, at least the movement during the prep, and not just completely cut it out. So we are keeping rack pulls. Rack pulls don't feel that bad, and so far I've had no strength drop on this particular movement. So I'm gonna work our way up to a 4 and a 10. And also today we finally have these, we got the bars. Last time I only had a little rack thing, so I had to be super careful. We're still gonna be careful. And we're still gonna move it slowly, so let's see. So get a load of these plates. We got the normal plates, and then we got these like smooth, big looking plates. And I just stack them up in the bar, and it makes it look like you're holding a lot of weight, make you feel like a freaking beast. Okay, so after doing 1 set of the 4 and a 10, I realized, 1, that the problem with changing racks from place to place is that I don't know what height the thing is at. The thing is at. This thing is a little lower, so I feel a little more hamstring and erectors than I would like. So yeah, and I don't know. This is feeling very heavy, so we're gonna drop it to 4 plates. I might move it up a peg and see. And then stand on a plate or something. I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of work. Okay, moved it up 1 peg spot. To be honest, I didn't really remember what I had it at, so we're gonna give this a good old college try. And then we'll probably have to do a back off because I already wasted a bunch of energy. Because yes, I feel way too much in my erectors. I'm not doing this for pure erector. I want to feel them after that. So we're gonna give this a shot. If this doesn't work, we're just dropping the weight and F it. All right, that set was a lot better. That's the height that I like, because basically if I have it too low for me, then when I load up before I start, like when I start putting the tension in from the point at which you start your power from, basically it's all loaded in the hamstrings and the lower back, and I don't want to feel so much of that. I do want to feel some load in the upper back trap, rhomboid, lower traps area right when I start, because that's what I'm kind of using it for. So that height's a lot better for me. And then obviously I was able to move the weight or do the reps like I wanted to perform them. It just felt a lot better, obviously. So not saying there's a right or wrong way to do it. This is just how I like to do it. So I'm gonna drop it down to 4 plates because that was kind of we've already used a lot of energy on that. 4 plates, 1 more set of 10. All right, next up we're gonna do this Nautilus pendulum row. I'm gonna do it for the high row. I'm still trying to see if I should do it 2 hands at a time or 1 hand, because it's very narrow, so like you have to actually pull out wide. So it might be better to just go 1 arm at a time. We'll see. I might switch it up, but basically we're gonna do 2 sets of this. We're gonna do 2 sets of this. 3 plates aside probably, because I did 3.5 before, but that's probably sketch. All right, just kidding. We're doing 3.5, 2 sets of whatever we can do. Hopefully 10. I freaking hope to be 10 reps at least. If I can't do 10, I'm dropping. And so when I'm doing this exercise, I'm really using it for upper back. Once again, trying to hit the lower traps, the rhomboids, because that is my area that I want to bring up the most in the back. So I actually messaged a former pro bodybuilder and asked him about it. I actually sent him a picture and I was like, yo, I don't know if you can help me, but I'm just, you know, if you can, this is a spot I want to bring up. What do you suggest? And he said, doing these exercises, these rows, but when you really let your upper back round at the end so you can feel that stretch of the rhomboids or lower traps. And then when you come back, don't lean back too far and make sure you get your elbows back behind you and then really crunch the middle of the back right there. So that's really what I'm focusing on. And I really do feel it a lot more. It's like from the bottom, instead of ripping, so when you just rip, you feel like a lot of the tension coming from your rear delts, your teres, like right behind the shoulder. It's like when I start the motion, I'm trying to originate power from the middle of my back, like put the tension on the middle of the back there on the lower traps, the rhomboids, and go starting from there. So it feels really good. Now, I'm gonna put the camera behind me and see if I'm actually doing it, because I feel it, but let's see what's actually happening. That didn't look too bad. I think being able to do it both hands at a time really allows you to crunch a little bit more, because when you're going single hand, it's easy to like turn around and it's hard to really crunch the whole middle back. But now we're gonna stay on this machine and do a little kind of underhand grip and really get this right here, this width. So this is gonna be my quote unquote mid-lat, overall lat movement. All right, after 1 set of this, definitely determined, after just messing around with it a bit in between sets, that this exercise, I like the feeling better with both dual hands, 2 hands at a time. The other one would probably be, the upper back one would probably be good too, except look, it's just too narrow. It's just too narrow. When I'm hitting just my general lat, underhand, where the grip is a little closer, like we keep it a little bit more on the inside towards near the body, so it's okay for it to be a little closer. So that one feels a little better. Also, I realized that this camera angle is garbage. That's the problem. Like, I just gotta put it on the ground. So maybe I'll like plan it up on this machine and try to get a better view, because that was not very good. All right, next exercise. Guess what machine we're going to? The same one. We're just gonna sit here all day and do all exercise. Just kidding. This is the last exercise on this machine. Second to last exercise in general. We're gonna do a low row, because basically I like to work my way top to bottom. A lot of people have issues going bottom to top, like feeling wise, but for me, it's more of a struggle at the top. So I don't mind doing the bottom at the end, whereas other people might want to connect with the bottom of their backs, the lower end of their backs first. Not me. Low row incoming. So this one I'm gonna try to keep this thing close to my body. This one I like doing single arm for sure, because I really like to twist into it and really dig into my pockets and feel that lower lat. Even though you're moving your whole body with the movement, I go even further with my arms to compensate, and it just feels really good. When I stay facing straight forward, I don't know, it's just like I can't squeeze as much towards the end range. That's just me though. Okay, last exercise. I really like this machine actually. The fixed pull down, this bar is just like fixed, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go wide grip with it, because this is where we try to work on that swoop from right under the armpit down to for the back double bicep, which is like I've been saying, the pose that I'm trying most to improve right now, I think. So we're gonna do 2 sets of this, and then we're gonna get to the physique update. Oh boy, it's actually, I've been dragging. It's like, we're an hour and 53 into it. I'm not sure if I've been dragging or, I don't feel like I'm going to, like I feel fine. I don't feel gone or anything. So maybe it's just the pacing, because I'm like actually taking ample rest to make sure that I can perform like I want to, because it's not about just go, go, go without being able to perform. Since I haven't done any pull downs, I wanted to do 1 set just to acclimate, warm up. Actually warm up, because I'm not sure if I've engaged my back in this direction. So I just did a quick little set of pull downs just to feel it. And remember, this is for me on this wide grip lat pull down. If I'm trying to target my lats, I will try not to lean back as much, go for more of a straight down pull, and just really dig in there. Dig the elbows down, but not dig the elbows back behind the back. Just keep it in line and pop, pop. Going for the wide grip, you know? They say wide grip, wide back. Not sure if that's true, but it feels good. All right, done with the workout portion. So it was 2 hours, and because I wasn't going super fast or like just sweating a bunch, the calorie expenditure was a little lower. 728 in 2 hours. It's like about 350 an hour, which is, that's pretty average actually. It's actually not bad. Like 300 is when I get low end and I feel like I'm dragging. 350, that's pretty good. I mean, I felt pretty good actually. I felt like I was working efficiently and efficaciously. Big words. So now let's go do this posing update. Hopefully it looks pretty empty today, because you know how I feel about it. It's because it's not. It's because it's not like a showtime. It's just weird. Let's go do this though. We have to. Normally there's some like people lifting right there or people over here. This is where I do the physique updates. So I like it when there's nobody here. So perfect. Let's get this done with. I don't know if it's just me, because I see myself every day, you know, and legitimately these past 2 days after the refeed, even though I feel good, I'm thinking to myself like, we're only 10 weeks away now. As of today, 10 weeks away. And I'm kind of wondering like, am I behind? Like, am I even getting more condition? Like, what if I'm just effing up, you know? It's like hard because you see yourself every day. But that's why it's probably also very important to do these physique updates, you know, do your due diligence, because I am coaching myself, you know what I'm saying? But like just now, doing that right there, looking at the footage back, like I don't know if it's just me, but it's like I see things that I didn't see before, like from last week to this week. It's like there are signs that I'm getting leaner, which is such a relief, you know, because my thing is like, I want to be conditioned. I don't care if I'm going to be the biggest. I want to be freaking peeled, you know? Like, that's my dream anyways. And I've been, past couple of days, I'm like, dude, is it even happening? Like, is any change happening? Did I just waste a week? But, like, just now looking like, I'm freaking starving right now. I haven't eaten yet. I need to eat. But it actually looked pretty good. I mean, the quarter turns looked better than the week before, so I'm very relieved and happy about that. But anyways, now it's time to go home and eat. I think that's gonna end today. Just a quick little, you know, workout, how we're feeling with the dieting thing, and then physique update, because it is the week. So as of now, 10 weeks away. Time is flying and I'm scared, but we're doing it. Catch you in the next one.